Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your end of July 2022 tarot report, or whatever you want to call it. It's Raina here. Well, that's perfect for Libra. Ace of Swords. Okay. The heart of the matter is the King of Cups, and this is a card of a mature male water sign. So this can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Sometimes you see that looks like a singing bowl or something. This can be a healer, priest, rabbi, pastor, spiritual teacher, helping you in some way, a guru, a guide, spiritual guide. Or if this is somebody that you've met, that you feel like this strong sense of whatever it is that they have that you want. Maybe you're embodying your spiritual gifts and taking them into the, what I would say with the king would be the masculine energy of perhaps making a career out of it of some sorts. Maybe this is a love interest. In the past position, the Strength card can mean that sense of embodying more of your essence. It's funny, you see how they have the half lion, kind of an interesting approach because it is associated with Leo. It can be recovering from a difficult time in your life, and now you have that emotional mastery that you can help others, to heal others. Yeah, it could even be like your own healing, like a business or something along those lines. In the higher message, the spiritual message or takeaway from this situation is the Six of Cups. This is a card about childhood, and that's why they have a child in the upper left corner there. And you see the person, what they have become. And it's that getting in touch with that inner child, that or even like reflecting on the childhood. I think there's a saying, it's never too late to have a happy childhood or something like that, because you can give yourself that gift at any time. If you've done your healing, you're able to kind of like get that innocence back and be able to do for yourself what you couldn't do before, because you may have had some real challenges in your life that made it, you might have thought it was impossible, but you found out that eventually you can heal from anything if you choose to, because that's a big part of it. And some people, they feel cheated out of a childhood, and they just get stuck in that resentment of what they didn't get. And the Six of Cups, to me, ultimately is touching upon your inner innocence and being able to call that forth. Because a lot of these violations, these abuses happen, at a very young age, and it makes it hard for somebody to be able to feel as if their life is actually in the present moment. Some people are living in the past, and if your moon is in Cancer, I was going to say, God help you. No, but I mean, it makes it much more difficult to do so because, or having a personal planet in the fourth house of home and family, the past can be so um, real to such people. Um, yeah, there's this healing modality. It's called like soul retrieval. That's the term I wanted to use for the Six of Cups. I feel like for some people, they have to retrieve something that was fragmented or lost from the past, and then they feel that sense of wholeness. And sometimes, that King of Cups could be a therapist. What crosses you is the Nine of Cups, and this is a card of emotional feelings of emotional abundance. And certainly a Libra person wants to get here, but it may be that you feel discouraged if you're not there yet, if you are still in the process of healing something. You have to remember that everything takes time. If you have embarked upon the journey, don't get caught up in the leg of your journey because you may not be able to see that vantage point from where you are. You may be feeling a sense of, I'm not there yet, but that's only because you're looking at it from a limited perspective. It's only after a long period of time that we look back on something that was a lengthy evolution, and we're like, wow, look how far I've come. But if you look at it after 3 months or 6 months, you may not see very much progress at all. Even something like on the physical level, if people are losing a large amount of weight or they are healing a physical condition, they may look back in 3 or 6 months and they're like, oh man, I only lost X amount of pounds, or I only seem like I feel a little bit better. And they don't realize that, it took so long to get where they were that it's going to take time to recover. But I feel like there's that momentum builds. Like once you start and you are consistent, then it kind of is exponential growth. So it's kind of like, compound interest in a bank. So if you put in that investment, you will get it back. But you can't be too caught up in not having the joy that you want. If you feel like you're still kind of, I don't want to say fragile, but that there's something that is still a little bit tender within yourself, be okay with that. Actually, what I want to say too is then 2023, you're going to start to have eclipses in your sign and your opposite sign of Aries. So get ready for change because it is coming, baby. And I always say, allegedly, because, sometimes it may not seem like you're changing. I definitely think people have to take that initiative. You can't wait for a transit to, make it happen. So what's coming in is the Knight of Swords. Now, the last 2 cards I drew were both swords. The air signs are all swords. Your sign, Gemini, and Aquarius. Knight of Swords, you see, it's kind of like this action figure. Knight of Swords is somebody who's always on the move. In terms of professions, it can be writing and teaching and a lawyer, journalist, things like that. So that might be something that if you are transitioning into a healing arts career and you have some kind of if you're in academia or something like that, you may be dealing with that at the moment and seeing how you stand. If you're in the media or anything that has to do with mental, a lawyer, that's definitely, the law profession is definitely associated with I should say the legal profession, is associated with Libra. And yeah, so something along those lines. And the outcome, I love the depiction of this card, the Ace of Swords. And you can see aces are beginnings, and this is like the third eye region, or the pineal gland, I think, in the center of the head. Or I think some people say pineal gland. But that sense of the higher knowing, but whatever kind of knowing it is, it can provide clarity on your journey, on your path. So if you have been kind of feeling a little bit like you're pursuing something on the intuitive level, but it's not necessarily something that we associate with a lot of certainty, because that's what separates the spiritual path from a conventional type of lifestyle, is that I think Jesus said, didn't he, that the way is narrow. And that's because most people do not walk that path. And so it can be very confusing to be having a spiritual awakening and being still in the world. But you don't feel like you're not of it. You feel like you're totally of it. And you're trying to navigate that gracefully as you're, entering a new phase of your life. So how does that translate into your own life as it stands? It makes it easier for you to take new actions. And maybe it's not in this time frame. I mean, I'm doing these readings, 2 weeks at a time. This may be something down the road for you, Libra. Again, maybe it's in 2023 when you're having these triggers to your first house, the house that you ruled, the 7th house, and how that all shakes out for you in the long run. But at least it's a start. Just having that mental clarity is a start. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a personal reading, the link to my services is below. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.